Hi.
Hey guys.
We've been travelling in Scotland and we thought we would share some tips and tricks with you if you want to come and travel in Scotland too.
Absolutely, we've been here just over a week and we loved every second of it and we learned a lot of stuff along the way.
Yes, so our first tip is to pack for all weather situations.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the weather can change in the blink of an eye. It could be really sunny, then all of a sudden really cold and snowing.
Yeah, even in the summer I would say pack a coat, especially a raincoat. In the winter, layers.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Or you can take a jumper off, but you can't put one back on if you haven't got it.
Yeah, so definitely do that. When we were driving through Glasgow, we had snow, rain, normal weather, fog.
All of it in the space of an hour or so.
Yeah,
it's amazing, but just be prepared for all weathers.
On the same kind of lines is it's going to rain. I think Scotland has rain around 265 days of the year.
Okay, yes.
So don't let the rain stop you going out and having an adventure.
Absolutely not. Or snow. It's rained and snowed a lot up here, but like Emma said, prepare for it. Be sensible, but still go out and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, we had some rainy day activities planned. We didn't actually use them in the end. We just went out and did the things in the rain.
Absolutely, yeah. Take yourself a decent raincoat, umbrella, boots, a lot, and just do what a Scots would do.
Which is?
Go out and get wet.
Yeah, but there are lots of, we've got the dog with us, there are lots of dog friendly places. Lots of the castles are not dog friendly, so if you're not bringing a dog, castles are a great way to spend the time indoors but also explore Scotland still.
Absolutely, yes.
Next tip or trick, or guess something just to know, is Scotland is way more than just Edinburgh.
Absolutely it is, yeah. I mean, I think people think of Scotland and think of Edinburgh and Harry Potter, but I mean, Edinburgh is amazing. I love Edinburgh, but it is so much more. There's some amazing other cities, amazing other towns, but then just little villages that you see along the way are just as pretty, just as good. Just absolutely do your research. Look outside of the city, look outside of the big towns, and you'll find some gems along the way.
Yeah, we wrote down to prepare to drive a lot. We have stayed near Blairgowrie, which is in Perthshire.
Yep.
It's pretty central. It's about an hour and 40 from Edinburgh.
Yep.
About the same from Glasgow. Pretty central, and we've had to do at least an hour drive most days.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I don't mind that. I don't mind driving around. You get to see a lot of things around then. But yeah, like Emma said, it is a lot of driving. It's spaced out quite a lot along the way. So you're going to be driving an hour and a half a day to see things. But you get to see a lot of things then. So it is a good thing. You see a lot of stuff along the way.
Yeah, so you could either do what we've done and just travel around and explore Scotland.
Yeah.
Or if you don't fancy that much driving, pick a location. So like St Andrews or Edinburgh or over by Glencoe.
Yeah.
You know, pick a location and really dig deep into the history there, and have a really travel around that area rather than you don't have to do the big travels, but obviously you can.
Obviously you can, and obviously I would recommend you to do that because you get to see all your cool stuff along the way. But it does take it out of you.
Yeah.
If you want a bit more of a chill out time and just want to pick a location and just chill out, pick if you want to be in a Highlands or a Lowlands or in the middle. Just pick a location if you don't want to do your travelling around bits.
Yeah, but some of the Scotland drives are actually some of the nicest in the world.
Oh my gosh.
They're in my Lonely Planet book, so.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, you could be anywhere in the world. They are so stunning, so nice. We done the Glencoe drive, done a little loop, and that was gorgeous, really was. How many times we said, oh, that's amazing, that's gorgeous, on this holiday is insane.
Yeah, the Glencoe Loop is along is it the N500?
Yep.
So it's part of that trail there, so that's really cool.
It really is, absolutely. Just don't be afraid to pull over and take your photos. There's plenty of places along the way to pull over safely, to get out, take your photos, get back in, do a bit more. Because you will be surprised how many people does that route as well.
Yeah, so if you're flying in and you're staying in Edinburgh, you could rent a car. There are actually trains. I know you can get the train to a lot of the towns, so you could do that. Or you could also do a tour. I know there are lots of Scotlandy tours from Edinburgh
Yeah.
that show you different places. So those are options as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the next thing we put on the list was don't be scared to go off the beaten track.
Not at all, no. Like we said earlier, we've done the Glencoe loop, and that's like a main road through the mountains along Glencoe. What's amazing, however, we took a turning off the main road, about 12 miles dead end, basically. It took us about 45 minutes to do 12 miles, and that's a single road track, basically. Well, don't go anywhere, but at the end of it is a really cool lock.
Locative?
Yeah.
Etive?
And that lock was used in load of films, obviously a couple of Harry Potters, there were some in
007, like James Bond.
There was loads of it was used in, and it's absolutely stunning. And because we took it off the beaten track, we just basically had the place to ourselves.
Yeah.
It was really, really nice.
There's also, like, today we were driving through Braemar, back to where we're staying, and we found a little cake shed.
Absolutely.
Like where somebody has made little, and we wouldn't have seen that if we'd have just stuck to the main roads. So.
Absolutely not. No, I mean, try to get off the dual carriageways. A motorway, dual carriage, they all look the same. They could be anywhere in the country and they all look the same. But get on your smaller roads, get off the beaten track and start seeing Scotland for what it is. It's stunning.
Yeah, this one, the next one is quite specific, but I have seen quite a bit about it on Facebook, so we thought we would include it. But and I suppose it doesn't have to be specific. I'll tell you what it is and then I'll explain. So in Glencoe, one of the things to go and do that's really cool is the King's Arms Hotel.
Yep.
The deer hang out there, the stag.
Absolutely.
You're not allowed to feed the stag, and I think it used to be free. I think you used to be able to just drive there, park up, see the stags, and then leave.
Yep.
There now is a parking fine or fee. I think it's about £10. I think if you eat or drink there, you can register your car.
Yep.
But there've been people that haven't seen the signs or taken notice of the signs or whatever, and they are fining people for that now. So.
Absolutely, yeah. So I guess the tip is to look at your signs before you go into places, because if you don't see a sign, you're going to end up with a fine. However,
this is the same everywhere where anywhere you're parking. Just have a look, see what the parking situation
absolutely,
is.
Yeah. I think it's quite small though, so you might not see it. So just give extra care when you go into hotels, especially around that area. However, it will link into what we just said about Glencoe is obviously to get off the beaten track, because we've seen deer not in a hotel, not far from a hotel, and you just see it in the wild. So if you want to see a deer, just keep your eyes open.
There's also a deer centre in the other national park. I think it's Cairngorms.
Yeah, something like that.
It's really cheap to get into. We drove by it today. There were tons of deer.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the deer that badly, you can go there instead.
Absolutely.
Or just pay the £10 to park there.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll be happy to spend the £10 to see a deer. Yeah, so I would recommend to do that. And the hotel looks amazing. Just keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
Otherwise you
don't want to get home and have a £100 fine. This one is plan to stop at the villages and the viewpoints. You can add as many things to your to-do list as you want to in the day.
Absolutely.
We always overplan.
Yep.
But if you don't get to those last ones because you've spent a bit longer at the other ones, it's okay.
Absolutely, it's okay. I mean, you're having a good time. You're seeing some amazing stuff. Just stop, take a video, you can take a photo, enjoy yourself. You can't do everything. It's massive. It's long drives. Enjoy it while you see it, rather than rush off and, I wish I stayed there longer. There was one day that we went to Glencoe and I felt like we was losing the light a bit, so we rushed off. We wasn't. We had another couple of hours. I wish we stayed at the lock a bit longer and had a coffee and enjoyed the scenery a bit longer.
Yeah. Also, two of the little towns or villages, I don't know what they're classed as, I would definitely recommend visiting are Braemar and Bollitter.
Oh, yes.
I think these two get missed, but there's so much history there.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, we were Royals and the Highland Games. Yeah, stunning towns. Gorgeous.
And lovely surroundings as well.
Absolutely.
You can definitely go for hikes around there, or if you're not a hiker, just go and see the towns and villages.
Absolutely, yes. And not far from there, just just a bit of other tip, just off the cuff, is obviously a ski centre. So if you're into your skiing, you're not far from there either.
Yeah. One thing that has tripped us up a little bit this week, and I think would trip a lot of people up, is the opening times. Some things are open Monday, Tuesday, and then not for the rest of the week.
Yep.
Some things are open. Everything's open different days, and nothing makes sense, and all weird times as well, especially if you're not ranked in the summer season.
Absolutely, yeah, and they shut early. It's to be expected. You're off season, well, we're off season. If no one's about, you're going to close.
Just check the time.
Absolutely, just check before you go so you're not disappointed.
Yeah, and if you can book things in advance, that will really help as well.
Yeah.
Not only will it help the places know whether they need to be open or not,
absolutely,
but also it'll help you with your plan.
Yeah.
And some things you need to, like if you're planning on visiting Edinburgh Castle, for example, you definitely need to book that in advance.
Absolutely, they get super busy. Yes.
Yeah, and some of the whiskey tours as well, the busier, like the bigger ones, they get
absolutely. Emma touched on it, but I'll just put it out there. Do the Endorse whiskey tour. It was really, really good, dog friendly, so knowledgeable, a bit of history into it as well. I recommend it if you're in the area. It
actually is where whiskey came from, so
absolutely.
It would be rude not to.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
You should try as much of the Scottish cuisine as you can.
Absolutely, it's been amazing. Yeah, we've been here, like I said, over a week and a half now. There's so many cuisines that we had this week. That's been amazing, really tasty, gorgeous. One of my tops are obviously fried Mars bar. It was amazing. There's so many, so go and check that video out. But yeah, absolutely, give yourself a treat and try some foods.
Some of the things we can get down in the UK, and then some of them we can't. So like black pudding is fairly popular where we're from, but haggis not so much. And Cullen skink we'd never tried. So yeah, definitely give some of them a go. You might have a new favourite.
Absolutely, don't be scared to try something new. Haggis scares a lot of people because what it is. I personally really like it. I think you like it. So don't be scared to try it, Yeah,
worst case scenario, you don't like it.
Absolutely. And best case scenario, you try something that you really, really love and find it a new favourite.
Yeah. The last tip of this video, if you want any more tips, let us know and we can make a whole nother video with 10 more tips. But the last one of this one is to talk to the locals and also to watch some local content creators.
Absolutely, yeah. Everyone we met this week and a half or so, been amazing, so friendly, so welcoming. Just such nice people.
They've been nice to us and we're English. So.
Absolutely. And been so nice to our dog as well.
Yeah.
I mean, our dog Louie's going to have to go on a diet, how many treats he's been given from shop owners and other people along the way. Yeah,
the way that we did a lot of our research for the trip, obviously you've got the main things like Edinburgh and St Andrews, which you're going to want to hit up.
Yep.
And then we went onto YouTube, as we do for every trip.
Of course.
And we had a look at what people were doing locally.
Yep.
We like to find like little special things that maybe don't take you very long to do, but not everybody is doing them and they make you feel like, wow, what a great day kind of thing.
Absolutely, yeah. TikTok's a favourite.
TikTok.
There's a lot of good information on TikTok. Certainly helped us along the way this week or so. Just check out YouTube and TikTok and speak to your locals. Yeah, we hope this was helpful. If you've got any questions about travelling in Scotland, we will do our best to try and help you. Leave them down in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit the subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification, and we'll see you in the next one. Absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.